Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We're going to play a little bit more Dyson Sphere. Last time we set up our mining machines so that way we can have the iron automatically being made, the copper automatically being made. We set up the first assembler, making gears, and we got a little bit of science. Since the last episode, I did clear out a good chunk of space because we're going to be using that today. And then I also set up a little bit of coal to go into a box so that way I can fuel Icarus. So today we are going to get everything set up to automate this science because as you can see, um, science is not being corrected. So like we showed in the last episode, blue science needs magnetic coils and circuit boards, pretty easy. A little bit of iron, a little bit of copper, a little bit of iron, a little bit of copper. So we are going to take this kind of assembly right here, and we're going to massively, massively, well, I say massively, but we're going to get it a lot bigger. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to set up 4, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to set up 4 smelters for copper. We're going to give it a belt. And we're going to go belt because the copper ore needs to come out. And we'll come over to this side and we'll say, well, that copper ore will come back out into copper ingots. It will come here. It will get put into a box. And we'll go ahead and stack those boxes because we want a lot of copper. We're going to give it power pole and power pole. We're going to say we want you to come in right here, and we do need to move this power pole now that I think about it. Move back by one. This is going to make copper. And then we want to come back out of the smelters. And we want this to go into this box as soon as it puts that last tile there. There we go. And we want it to come into the box. Once it comes in the box, so once it comes in the box, it's going to come out of the box and feed production. So we're going to cut the belt right here. And we're going to take this belt and we're going to say, hey, I want you to actually start feeding this facility over here. That will move the copper production over here. Then we're going to do the same little deal with the iron. So we are going to take this up and take this up because we're going to move the iron. So that will slowly but surely start getting done. So we're going to come back over here to production. We're going to say iron, 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 iron. We're going to leave room for the belt. So we're going to have belts to come out here for their outputs. We're going to grab this belt and we're going to come here for the inputs. We're going to take another here. Oh wow, that's okay, because we're going to pick up these. We're going to pick up all of these once they're done. But we're going to take this output and come out as well. And then we're going to say, whenever it gets finished, it's got a lot of building it's got to do, but we're going to get those upgrades. And we're getting them soon. Come in, come in, come in, out, in, out. And then we're going to come back over here to our sorters. Come in. We're going to take our power poles and we'll give a power pole right here. That looks good. And we're going to say make iron. And we can copy. Paste. So now we have way more iron coming in, which is good. So now iron will get made, and then we're going to do the similar thing over here. Right, this chest is done, so we can come over here and say go away. We can come dismantle that belt. And we can do more stuff in this. We're going to leave this chest for now. It's got a bunch of stuff and I don't want my inventory clogged. This is still dumping iron, but we could use that iron to do all the things we need to do. And then we'll go ahead and delete that chest. Again, I don't mind filling up with iron. I'm going to fill up with magnets. So we will get this set up for magnets. Come back over to logistics and we'll say, come here. We're going to say, go in there, go out right there. And we can copy this, paste, paste, paste. That will get that set up, we'll throw our box right here. Set up all the boxes. And last but not least, open model source. I'm out. But again, a little underprepared, but it's okay. So that is complaining about power, but that's okay because we can just throw down another power hole. We can go ahead and take up this assembly. We can go ahead and take up this belt and this. So now we have almost, here we are. So now we have a lot more resources. Good, good. Well, we'll slap one of these down just so that way we can make sure we're correcting the right thing. We'll follow along. So we need to produce magnetic coils and circuit boards. So we need to, first, we will make the circuit boards. So we'll go out of there. We will come over here to the production. We will make circuit boards. So we'll say right about here, we'll go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. We will grab a little bit of belts. Actually, we'll set the recipe so we don't forget. We're making circuit boards. We have gears, we have iron. Good. We'll grab a bit more in the way of iron because we're going to need a lot of this. We'll grab us more belt because we need more belt. So we'll grab the iron, which will come out. We'll break it down, we'll break it across. And we'll say, you need iron. We will grab this little bit of copper, we'll bring it down. We'll bring it across. And that will give us the copper. And we'll say, we want to start here, and we want to come out. And we have to wait for everything to be built. The bots are slow, but they're about to get upgraded, so it's okay.
Replication complete.
We'll come over here so that way they can move a little faster. You can put multiple inserters into the same facility to make it a little bit faster.
And since we only have tier 1, that's what we're going to do. You need all the iron. And then you're also going to need all... Nope, not like that. You're going to need the copper. Good. You need a power pole, which we will throw one here and here. So now, once we come over here and not grab belt. Oop, nope, that's not right. We come over here and we grab the copper out. It will now start making circuits. So we'll go ahead and give it the most amount of chances to fill up these belts, even though it's just the green circuits for now. And we'll take a belt out. And we will come out just a little bit more. We will put down our box. These will slowly but surely start getting built. And then we can say, you're in, you're out, you're out, you're out. And once the belt gets placed, faster drone speeds are going to be so much nicer. You're built. We'll come out here and we'll say, hey, stack up. No, we want to build, because we want a lot of green circuits. So that is the green circuits done. Place this back down for a second. So now we need to make the magnetic coils. Magnetic coils are the magnets, which we're making over here, and the copper. So we will come back over here and we will say, hey, give me, can we fit it right here? 3 will collide with another object. What are you colliding with? You're colliding with this copper pole. Go ahead and pull that chest. It's fussing about power, which we will just move the power pole, because all of our power is being placed down there. Now you're not fussing about it. Move it here. We'll give it one more. Really should probably just move this power pole. And move everything over. Yep, I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move everything a little bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will say input. Right here, we'll go up, over, and down. That will feed the copper. We'll come over here, and we'll go here to here. That will feed the magnets. We will again run the belts. So underprepared. You need so many belts. Inventory is getting a little full. We can go ahead and get rid of this. Nope. Okay. Inventory's too full. But that's okay. So, you are going to make magnetic coils. We do have some belts. Oops. Operations, we've already done that. So we're going to grab our belts. We're going to come, how do we want to do this? Make them green over there, so we'll come right here. And we'll say, here.
A production facility has stopped running. If it's not due to a power failure, check if products overflow, or if there aren't enough raw materials. These may cause facilities to fail. Plan your factory in a reasonable manner, and balance production and consumption to ensure orderly operation.
Come back across right here. So we'll come here. We'll go up. Up is it? Press 1. No. There is a way to go up. The up and down here. There we go. We'll come up. So we can go back across the belts. We'll come to here. We'll come to here. And we'll go back down. Down there. And then we will build our box. One, two. Yeah. It's all coming together. Uh-oh. Messed that up. Oh, we want to take the belt, come here to here. Yeah, don't mess up my belts. So, We need one inserter in, one inserter out, and one inserter in. We will then copy, copy, paste, paste, and paste. Cool deal. So now, once this gets built, and then we feed it with some copper, and we feed it, not like that, and we feed it with some magnets. And we'll give it a bit more copper, and we'll give it a bit more magnets. It will do its thing, but now we are making the magnetic coils, and we can come back over here. We will insert the magnetic coils. We will move our science facility, and we'll put it here, and we'll build this up. This is going to produce blue science. Yes, yes. We'll bring, actually, I went too far. Nope, take all of this back. Okay. Give me the belts. We want to do that. So that will give us those, and then we'll do that. That will give us those. We'll put down a beautiful little power bolt. Green circuits are now coming in. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Power-wise, we're not making enough power anymore. So we will go ahead and hook this up and hook this up and put one of those in here. We will craft more as we're always running out. We'll craft more. I will make more green circuits from the inventory items that I have. Well, because I need to clear up my inventory, and we're making that. So, another insert will go in, and blue science is now being made. And we can come over here, give it one space, we'll stack those up, we will give it a beautiful little power bolt, and we will throw our inserters across, and then we will say, hey, we want you to produce actual research. So everything's complaining about power, but I did plan a little ahead, and I made some more wind turbines. We will come out here in our lovely little wind field, and we will place all of these wind turbines till it stops fussing at me. Or all the ones that I hadn't crafted. So, as you can see, the grid is
complete.
way under sufficient, but as more of these turbines get placed, we will see that number go up, which is good. Actually, we want to see this number go down. So it will place these last 3 wind turbines. Those are coming online, which is good. And we can see we are still doing way too much. So, apparently I only have the material to craft 1. What am I missing? Oh, that's an easy fix. That's an easy fix. I'm missing a little bit of copper. I'm mixing a little bit of magnetic foils. Oh, I'm missing this. We'll grab some of those. We'll grab some of those. We will produce as many as it'll let. But there you have it. Magnetic coils. Now we have motors. So research is getting automatically produced. As we get more power to everything, everything will come online a bit faster. My power poles, my electric power poles, which is nice because then acres will recharge themselves from the electrical grid. And that is the entire plan. So, power poles are coming in. So we'll just start placing more power poles. It's more wind turbines, not power poles. These are wind turbines. They take a second to craft. I definitely should have. I should have made more. It's gonna take a moment. But power is now. Once we get this wind turbine here placed, and we have another one. We'll go ahead and place it. And those 2 wind turbines together might put us just at the cusp. We'll get one more put down. Again, it's not really pretty. It's all temporary. We'll be moving to combustible power gears, which is where we'll start turning that coal. And then, of course, a little while later, we will have some lovely accumulators that we can start back charging power. So whenever we are between streams or whenever we're planning stuff out, it will be able to just build power. So that solves our power for the moment, which is good. That's what we need. We now have wireless power towers, which is great. But it also gives us plasma exciters and triangles, prisms, triangles, it's all the same. All the same. But we now have even more stuff to craft. We can come over here to our tech tree and see that we could now, if we wanted to, we can get the Mark II, which needs motors and inserters. We can also do hollow beacons. This allows us to kind of plan stuff out, and this is kind of where we start getting into blueprints, but as you can see, it needs the plasma. And then we also have green motors, otherwise known as electromagnetic turbines. Fancy. And then in the upgrades, we are making slowly our way to reaching what we need to unlock the blueprints. In order to unlock it, we have to get the metadata to reach a certain amount per minute. And if we come look over here, we have amount 2. Our metadata is 2. Metadata is finicky, but metadata is obtained by producing matrices at the yield of the matrices per minute. So right now, matrices, and they can be used in a different game to buy out technology whenever we get that far, but we are only contributing 2 metadata per minute right now, so it is incredibly slow, and that is simply because, well, we only have 3 labs making blue science. We can make this faster and make it taller later on, but it gives us the ability to automate. Right now, everything is being automated, so we will slowly but surely go through all of this fine research here. So we will get steel unlocked, we will get the silicon and energetic graphite, which we're going to need a lot of, as well as high purity silicon. That will eventually unlock crystals, which unlock silicon crystals, which is energy storage, which is our accumulators. We definitely want those. And it all ties together. We are eventually going to do solar, so that way we can harvest the sun, but it also puts us in the line for solar sails, which starts again giving us power from the sun. And then way down here we start getting ray receivers and particle accelerators and the universal matrix, and then the end goal mission of producing a bunch of white science, which needs all kinds of things. It needs red science, blue science, yellow science, purple science, green science, and a material that I haven't not yet gotten to in any of my playthroughs. So, it is what it is. But as you can now see, we have 3 of 6, so hopefully come next episode I can start making some blueprints and we can start scaling pretty quick. So we're going to take a quick little jump cut and let this research run through, let everything run and pile up, and we'll come back in a second once everything is done.
Research.
Okay, and now that some more research has completed, and we got a bit of running going, so that way it's getting done. We have another research almost complete. And this upgrade here, this is the really massive. So now we can actually see.
You've unlocked Universe Exploration. Now you can click the detailed display button at the bottom right corner of the screen to enable real-time vein distribution.
What this will allow us to see is the resources, so we can see where all the resources are, which is going to be great because I now know how much is left in each of the veins and where the next vein is, because this little starter spot, it's going to work for now, but we're going to have to move pretty quickly because we're going to run out of copper, we're going to run out of this iron, and eventually we'll have all the blue research done. So, right now it is doing the next great research that we need, which is the thermal engines.
Research.
These thermal power plants take in...
Your vein is almost depleted. Ore reserves in each vein is limited. Once exhausted, the supply of raw ores can no longer be guaranteed, which will adversely impact production lines. Exploit new veins for replacement. Additionally, upgrade vein utilization to reduce ore loss during mining operation.
Okay, now that he's done. Thermal power plants, they let us produce power by using combustible material like coal and other fuels that we generate. So any kind of excess fuels when we get into doing oil or hydrogen or any kind of craziness, but it can do that, and it's a lot more space efficient when it comes to actually these giant windmills. Giant windmills are great because it's free power,
Complete.
but at the same time, if you try to only power your planet off of wind turbines, it will take some time, and it takes some space, and it takes a lot of resources to do these wind turbines. But the wind turbines is the early way to do the game. The last thing I am going to let research before we end the episode is the semiconductors. These semiconductors, they take silicone and copper, they make microcrystalline components, blue chips. Blue chips unlock proliferators. Now what a proliferator does is this gives bonuses. So it makes things go faster, it gives you bonus outputs, which is great because that means stuff like our science and other resources, it gives us more resources and or makes them last longer. So it really helps a lot. And the proliferator juice, the Mark 1 juice, is just coal. The Mark II juice, it does need red science, but the Mark II juice takes the Mark 1 juice and diamonds, which if we come back and we look at the diamonds, oh, that's not the diamond. Which diamond do I need? I need that diamond. That diamond is not basic engineering. I have to find the diamond again. It does need red science, but it's just more coal, because the energetic graphite is just coal. So it's super easy. You can set up a whole coal vein just to make blue juice, and blue juice is super nice. And again, we need it for energy storage, but we need so much more stuff for energy storage. But that's okay. Another thing is we now have the ability to queue up blueprints. So we're definitely going to queue that up, because this will let me show how to make blueprints, and also it will let us start building faster, because I can make blueprints off camera, and then whenever we are on camera we can just make the stuff. We can just do the things, and it's so much nicer. Energy circuit, I'm really happy about this. It's coming soon. But between episodes, we're going to get some engine speed, because actually no, because I haven't done engines yet. What can we do? We can knock out drone engines. This makes the drones a bit faster. We definitely want that. So we're gonna queue that up. And again, that will be done between episodes. This needs red science and mech core level 2. Energy core is energetic graphite, which is just, all that is you smelt coal. So I'm going to probably set that up off camera, or we might set that up real quick. But we will go ahead and queue that up, because this gives me more power to buffer, which I definitely want more power to buffer. This needs red science and mech core level 2. Auto reconstruction, we don't really need reconstruction. Combat control, construction drones, communication control, construction drones +1. Definitely want that. So that can go between episodes. Again, level 2 gives us 2 more drones. That needs red science. We don't have red science. Capacity, steel. We do have steel unlocked. Steel is made by smelting iron into steel, but we will get that set up. We'll get some blueprints made. We'll do that next episode. Movement speed needs motors. Motors, pretty easy. Mech core level 2 needs red science. Cosmic exploration lets us see the ores on the other planets in our system. That's going to be very nice, because that's going to let us see what else is out there. But level 3 needs purple science, and we don't have purple science. Engine drive, shield. Shield is good, but we don't really have any enemies. Vertical construction. This is what I was saying. This could be upgraded. This lets you add one layer. First, one layer to the labs, two layers to labs, one layer to storage, and it just keeps going to where you can really stack these labs super high, and it makes everything super incredibly awesome. Once we get to the better logistics, sorters can carry more items. There's our semiconductors, awesome. And that lets me know where everything is. Cool. So again, sorters, they can be upgraded. They get upgraded massively. Fidget spinners, We don't have logistics distribution yet, but fidget spinners are going to be really nice. Logistics, again, we need planetary logistics, but this is going to be our bread and butter. When we get up planetary logistics, again, planetary logistics, bread and butter. Vein utilization makes it consume less ore, and it makes the ores produce a little bit faster, but again, I'm not super worried at the moment for that. We don't have any metadata, so can't buy out the research. But this playthrough is to build up our metadata, so that way in the next run we can get big, and we can get big quick. Research speed makes the research go so much faster, but we need purple science and white science. We don't have that, at least not yet. Drones, we don't have a lot of combat enhanced structure, durability. Again, we don't have that. We will eventually research it. I will eventually do some of this off camera, but we don't need to do that on camera. The on camera stuff is the stuff we're definitely going to do. So, before we end today, we'll go ahead and we'll also landfill. We don't need landfill yet. We don't need that yet. We can do that on camera. Processors. We will need CPUs. Proliferator Mark 1. We definitely want, so I will queue that up for the off-camera stuff. The Halo beacons, we'll queue that up, so that way it makes my life a little bit easier. Weapon systems, we don't need just yet, but we will queue up solar panels, so that way possibly in the next episode we can get maybe some energy storage. Hopefully, maybe. We don't know. We'll find out. But that is our 7 upgrades that will run off camera. So, while we are on camera, we will set up a quick little deal. Where is the coal mine that we are already tapped into? It is over here. Hey, Icarus, come over here. So, this super easy. We'll do some quick clearing out. You don't have to manually clear this out. When you build stuff, it'll clear for you, but it'll delete it. I like to preserve all the resources that I can, because you do get, like this, titanium ore. Normally we don't have titanium ore this early, but because we're clearing the resources by hand, it lets us have those resources on hand. So we'll come over here, we'll smelt. We'll just throw, for now, we will throw 1 smelter. We'll take the box, we will give this another box, so that way it can stack up. We want you to make energetic graphite. We will take our belts and we'll just extend our belt, because for now, again, this is just going to be for research. We're going to do a whole build with coal, but for now I don't feel like doing it, so we'll set that up later. So we'll just say, hey, you can do that. We'll give you a power pole. Cool.
Insufficient materials.
You need. Can we craft one of these? We can craft one of these. Awesome. So, hey, craft one of those. because, yes, being able to charge myself wirelessly would be super helpful. And then, what is next? We're going to be completely disorganized. Again, all temporary. We'll throw boxes. We will say, hey, give me all of that energetic graphite in a box, so that way I don't have to think about it, and because I really don't want to think about it, nope, not like that, we will what? Here we go. We'll give it 3 because I really don't want to think about it. And then we'll give this 3 because, again, I really don't want to think about it. I want it to just work while I am off camera. So that gives us energetic graphite that I can go through and do the research here. So that way Icarus gets some more power, which is great. Definitely need more power. Because the more Icarus generates, the less I have to worry about keeping fuel on me. Now, I do, again, this is what the boxes are for. The boxes are for Icarus having fuel, coal, which will get turned into energetic graphite because it does produce a bit more fuel. There's more stored fuel power, more stored energy per unit. So doing travels in space will be easier, which is why I did not want to use my hydrogen fuel rod yet, because that is a lot of fuel. That's 54 megajoules of fuel. Coal, if we look at coal, is only 2 megajoules of fuel, and if we look at the energetic graphite, it is 6.75 megajoules per fuel. And it has generator bonuses, fuel chamber bonus, so it burns a little bit less fuel. This has, again, just different fuel bonuses. See, it's a 200%. You really, and we haven't unlocked this yet, so we want to save that as long as we can. But that gives us energetic graphite, so that's great. And then we'll go ahead and we will throw down a power plant here. And then what we will let it do is
A thermal power plant? This kind of power facility consumes chemical fuel. Ensure adequate fuel supply at all times so the plant can consistently generate power.
what we'll do is we'll drag a belt like so, and we'll basically say, hey, if any coal, once this fills up with coal, which won't take too long, but once it fills up with coal, because we want coal to be stored for now, and then if any makes it past the graphite smelter, then come into here and get burned. And it will generate a lot of power. And if we just, we'll take a small stack, we'll put it in here. Thermal power. There's another milestone. Good. This lets us do that. And then just so that way we will get the milestone on camera. That's the tech tree. Nope, that's the wrong button. I believe, oh, it's because we haven't unlocked blueprints yet, but you press O, you will get the blueprints. But if we come look, conversion rate 80%, converting, and we have 11 megawatts worth of power. It is adding 2.16 megawatts of power. So if we look at the power, we can show real time if we really wanted to. But wind turbine, all of our wind turbines that we have 32 wind turbines. They're making 9.6 megawatts, which is 86% of our power generation right now. And our one thermal plant is 2.6 megawatts. So 18% of our power comes from one thermal plant. So yeah, it's very much good. We can see our research. No research is being done right now, but that's okay. Performance. Hey, we're getting some data. Cool. Metadata amount, we're up to 10, which is great because that's going to mean later on we will get, as I let it run, it will slowly but surely be able to get more. Production wise, we're producing 900 and not 900, we're producing 91 iron per minute. We're consuming 90, so that is definitely our bottleneck right now. We're producing 180 copper per minute, but we're only consuming 89 copper per minute. And 88, we're producing 88 magnets per minute. We're consuming 88 magnets per minute. So we are definitely doing that. Iron ore, again, as fast as we can make it, we're using it. Copper ore, as fast as we can make it, we're using it. Coal, well, we're burning 10 per minute, but we're producing 65 per minute. So we do have quite a bit of coal in storage, as we can see, almost 4,000 in storage. Good. When it comes to magnets, we do have some magnets stored, but that's probably our old magnet supply. Copper, we have a bunch of copper being stored. Iron, we slowly accumulate iron, but not that much. And magnet, let's see, who has all Icarus? Oh, Icarus has like 400. Yeah, I don't want all these on me. But that's the storage. So, we'll look at Icarus. Do we have room in our inventory right now? We do not. But we're going to need all this. We're going to need all of it. So, we come over here, we look, what is our bottleneck? Our bottleneck is, well, we don't produce a lot of iron. We're producing 180 a minute out of here. Belt speed, plenty of speed. We're covering all the veins, so we're getting the maximum throughput of that facility. But these are not working. Why? Because I only put one inserter. So if I put more inserters, all of a sudden those will start making. But it looks like it doesn't really matter too much because, well, we just don't have enough. We just don't have enough. Iron, I overplanned this a little bit because we're going to tap more ores. So we have an iron vein right there that we're going to be hooking into next to deplete that vein, which that vein will last us a good minute. And then copper, looks like the next closest copper vein is over here. and we will hook into that vein. But now we can look at our planet. We have 2 million reserves on this planet. Awesome. We have 2.3 million iron on this planet. We have 1.3 coal left on this planet. We have a bunch of stone. We have a bunch of coal. We do have water on this planet. Good. We're going to need that. Constructible area, as of right now, only about 60%. But wind energy, 100%. Solar energy, 100%. Crude oil. We have a lot of crude oil, which is good. We zoom out just a little bit. We can see our gas giant neighbor. Well, we can't see what he has yet. But I know, just because I know how the game is, this is hydrogen and deuterium. And then eventually we'll be able to also get this. Not a lot of wind, a bunch of solar. And geothermal. It's lava. So whenever we unlock geothermal, we'll be able to get that. This will be a little bit of production, but a lot of power. We're going to produce a lot of power here and our other planet here. It has a lot of really great resources on it, but we can't see what it is yet because we need more exploration. So that is the plan. So between this episode and next, I'm going to let the facilities run. I'm going to conduct a bunch of off-camera research, get some upgrades, and when we come back, we will see about the next expansion. So if y'all enjoyed, consider coming back for the next time. If y'all liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video and think I need to go back to my day job, go tell my boss to stop being a meanie butthole. So, I will see y'all in the next one.